Have you ever seen a bee buzzing around a flower? Bees are amazing insects. They are small, but they have a big job to do. Bees help create much of the food we eat. They also help plants grow and make our world beautiful. Without bees, our planet would be a very different place. Bees fly from flower to flower, collecting a sweet liquid called nectar. Nectar is their food, and it gives them energy. As they move between flowers, they also pick up something called pollen. Pollen is like a fine dust that helps plants make seeds. By carrying pollen, bees help plants reproduce. This process is called pollination, and it's essential for life on Earth. From the fruits we love to the vegetables we need, bees play a crucial role in bringing food to our tables. So next time you see a busy bee, remember its importance. These tiny creatures are true heroes of the natural world. What exactly is a bee? Bees are fuzzy insects with 6 legs and 4 wings. Most bees are brown and yellow with stripes on their abdomens. They use a long tongue called a proboscis to suck up nectar. Tiny hairs on their bodies collect pollen. There are over 20,000 species of bees. Honeybees live in hives with thousands of other bees. The queen bee lays all the eggs. Bees are incredibly important because they are pollinators. Pollination is how plants reproduce. Plants need pollen to make seeds, which grow into new plants. When bees visit flowers to collect nectar, they accidentally pick up pollen on their furry bodies. As they fly to another flower, some of the pollen rubs off, pollinating the plant. This process allows plants to produce fruits, vegetables, and seeds. Without pollination, many plants wouldn't be able to reproduce, and our world would be a much less colorful and less tasty place. Bees pollinate a wide variety of plants, including many of the fruits and vegetables we eat. Apples, almonds, blueberries, tomatoes, and cucumbers all rely on bees for pollination. Even coffee and chocolate come from plants that need bees. In fact, bees are responsible for pollinating about 1/3 of all the food we eat. That's a lot of fruits, vegetables, and other delicious things. Without bees, our diets would be much less diverse and nutritious. The life of a bee is a busy one, full of important tasks and fascinating changes. Let's take a closer look at what bees do throughout the year, season by season. Spring. As the weather warms up and flowers begin to bloom, bees wake up from their winter rest and start collecting nectar and pollen. The queen bee lays eggs and the colony begins to grow. Summer. The hive is buzzing with activity as worker bees collect nectar and pollen, storing it as honey for the winter. The colony reaches its peak population, with thousands of bees working together. Autumn. As the days get shorter and flowers become scarce, bees prepare for winter. They seal up cracks in the hive and huddle together for warmth. Winter bees stay inside the hive, conserving energy and living off the honey they stored during the summer. The queen bee slows down her egg laying and the colony's population shrinks. Summertime, the honey flow. Summer is a time of abundance for bees, with flowers in full bloom and nectar flowing freely. This period is known as the honey flow, when bees work their hardest to collect and store honey. Worker bees spend their days collecting nectar and pollen. They return to the hive, passing it off to other bees who process it into honey. Inside the hive, bees break down nectar into simpler sugars and deposit it into honeycomb cells. Once the honey thickens, they seal the cells with wax, preserving it for later use. Section 7. Autumn approaches. Preparing for winter. As summer fades into autumn, the days get shorter, the air gets cooler, and flowers begin to wither. Bees know that winter is coming, and they start to prepare for the long, cold months ahead. One of the most important tasks for bees in autumn is to build up their honey stores. They need enough honey to last them through the winter when there are no flowers to provide nectar. Worker bees continue to collect nectar and pollen, but they also start to seal up any cracks or holes in the hive with a sticky substance called propolis. Propolis is made from resins collected from trees, and it helps to insulate the hive and keep out drafts. The queen bee slows down her egg laying as the colony prepares for winter. There are fewer mouths to feed during the winter, so the colony doesn't need as many new bees. Section 10. Save the bees. Bees are facing many threats today, including habitat loss, pesticide use, and climate change. It's more important than ever to protect these vital pollinators. We can all do our part to help bees by planting bee-friendly flowers. Choose a variety of flowers that bloom at different times of the year to provide bees with a constant source of nectar and pollen. Avoiding pesticides. Pesticides can be harmful to bees. Opt for natural pest control methods whenever possible. Supporting local beekeepers. Buy local honey and other bee products to support beekeepers who are working hard to protect bees. Educating others. Spread the word about the importance of bees and what we can do to help them. Remember, even small actions can make a big difference for bees. By working together, we can ensure that these amazing creatures continue to thrive for generations to come. Let's all do our part to save the bees.